Welcome to the Drew Yari Show.
Ready?
Well, I mean, I didn't buy the whiskey that I wanted. I ended up staying out longer with Thomas and Dorian than originally planned. Because they're like, we could just come get you. And I'm like, okay. So no, I didn't drink as much as originally planned. But I am drinking one that I had left over. A alcoholic root beer. That's good.
Alcoholic root beer, interesting.
Hell yeah, it's delicious as fuck.
So, yeah, you and Thomas and Dorian just went out drinking?
Oh yeah, totally. Three-way jerk.
I don't recall getting an invitation.
Well, you know, we didn't think you could live up to the oh god, that joke failed. I was gonna make a size joke and that didn't work. The background. I had the idea in my brain, and then as I was saying it, it just disappeared.
Uh-huh. Just like your dick.
I mean, it did the job, okay?
Yeah, just keep telling yourself that. It would have been nice if I got an invite, but I'm not mad. Bastard. Yeah, like, why no invite, buddy?
I thought you were at work, but okay.
You could have texted me. You'd be like, hey Drew, you wanna hang out?
Wow. The saltiness is real.
Oh, my sodium level's fucking high as shit right now.
Control that sodium level. You need to go on a sodium low carb diet.
Nah, motherfucker, I'm just gonna stay salty.
See, it's salty as the ocean.
Salty as the ocean.
Honey.
So, anyways, how's the old crew doing, Thomas and Dorian?
Doing good. The usual stuff with them.
I haven't seen Dorian in ages.
Yeah, not a lot of people do see Dorian, except for his coworkers and me and Thomas when we get him to come hang out with us. But we're slowly seeing him more and more.
Kind of a weird guy. Like he'll tell you to text him, but if you text him, he won't reply, like ever.
Oh no! See, the trick is with him, you gotta keep texting him, and eventually he will reply. He eventually will, at least with me, and not really Thomas. For whatever reason, he takes forever to reply to Thomas. But usually with me, it won't be too long. It'll probably be later on in the day, but he usually gets back with me within the same day.
Yeah, Thomas, another guy I haven't talked to in a while. Should probably get back.
Get on that.
We need to hang out like we did in the old times, man.
Well, that was college, but yes, I do agree.
That was college, okay? That was a phase.
That was a phase. I'm not ugly anymore. I'm gone. Like, when you're dying. Ugh. When I quit SeaWorld, I left all that behind me. When I quit that shithole, I left all that behind me. I'm gone.
I'm at the point where I don't think I would ever want to work there again, like ever.
No, I would not. I would not go back to SeaWorld at all. I heard it's a shit show now, so no thanks.
Oh yeah, like it stopped being fun. The last time I worked there was at the Culinary Warehouse, and that was actually kind of fun. But then when I wanted to go back, because I already had another job, but I was willing to work 2 jobs.
Yeah.
You know, because I've done it before, it's no biggie. But they conveniently decided to change their hours for the warehouse. It went from being, hey, we're going to be open all week to we're just only going to be open on the weekends. Or no, not the weekends, but like Monday through Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I guess I'm never going back there again.
No, I wouldn't go back there if you paid me. Because after that last season, when they said, "Oh, all red shirts, reapply, go through the interviews again," and I'm just thinking to myself, "No." So I never reapplied. Like my boss would say, "You gonna reapply?" I'm like, "Yes, totally. I'm going to do that." You wait. Never did. Never did. Didn't bother. It was pretty much understood by November I was going to leave and never come back. Because that last semester I got treated kind of like shit. Because I took 2 days off. No, 3 days off. Because one day I was stuck downtown because of a flood. But then I got talked to like I didn't want to be there. And I'm just like, bitch. If I didn't want to be there, then why the hell am I been a red shirt for 2 years and wasted my life here for 4? Like, hello?
I don't know. Like, the last time I was there was in 2014. The last time I was a red shirt there was in 2014. And I don't even know why I went back. I just went back because of the money. And
The money's not worth it, in my opinion.
oh yeah, like long story short, because I don't want to put anyone on blast. Fuck it, I will. This is my
Wait, is the podcast on right now?
Yes, it's on right now.
Oh shit! Oh, the tea. Oh, fuck. Okay, well.
Hey, do you recall me saying, "Hey, do you want to start already"?
Yeah, it didn't dawn on me that we're already starting when we're talking shade about SeaWorld. Really just acknowledging the tea. Okay, go on. No point, no turning back now.
Hey, who from SeaWorld actually listens to the show?
But what did they do, though?
We don't fucking work there anymore. Who cares?
That's true. Not planning on going back.
Hey, we got some alcohol in this. We don't give a fuck tonight. We're gonna put all you motherfuckers on blast tonight.
I got a list. I really don't got a list.
I'm gonna talk about that motherfucker named yeah, 2014. I went back because of the money, and when I first came back, it was actually decent, and then they started bringing back certain people. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna say his name, John.
John, like
Q.
Why does that name sound familiar?
John Q.
Where does he work?
Well,
Or did he work?
He worked at stadiums. You met him. He
Short guy, glasses.
No, not that John. That's Black John. We're talking about the John that hung out with Frank.
The John that hung out with Frank.
You remember Frank, right?
Give me more than that. I haven't worked at SeaWorld or thought about any of them for like 4 years. So refresh your memory here.
Okay,
it's been a while.
Okay, we worked at Sea Line, and the supervisors we had there were Betty, Victor. I think one time it was Sean. Yeah. And that's about it. And then at 4D was John.
Okay, I know you're talking about. Yeah, what about him?
Yeah, he came back, and he really shouldn't have been brought back, but he came back because
wasn't he fired or something?
He was quit. He quit before he could be fired.
Because of some incident at the 40.
No, not that. Not that. Him and another guy were on those golf carts that they used to drive around on. Yeah. And they were vining while they were on company time.
Wow. Wow. The tea. Ladies and gentlemen, the SeaWorld tea.
And he was going to get fired, but then he ended up quitting. So he pretty much saved his own ass. The other guy eventually got fired.
Rightfully so.
So he came back, and literally the minute he came back, he was already causing shit, and just in other words, he just became a sickness to the entire stadium's crew.
I see.
Anyways, long story short, I'm not gonna bother talking about him. I don't know if you remember this. There was like a huge string of firings at SeaWorld in 2014.
A whole string of what?
Firings, releases, firings.
Oh, really?
2014, they literally fired like an assload of people.
Oh, that's right. That's right, because a couple months later, they gathered all the red shirts, because I heard about from one of the team members who was also working at the job I'm working at now, which I will not name, because I like this job. I like to keep this job.
Target.
But, shut up. I want to keep that job, so no shade towards Target. Anyway.
Hey, I love Target. I shop there.
So I was talking to one of my old employees, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. He was in photo. So he was a photo team member, and I was working in Target at that time. It was like within the first year and a half. And he tells me about how not too long after I quit and didn't go back, a few months later in 2014, they gathered up all the red shirts and they gave them all the pink slip.
Yeah, and one of those red shirts happened to be Betty.
Oh, I heard about that. I'm like, what? Excuse? And they gave him an option, saying, you can come back as a team member, or we can buy you out, and give you a good sum of money. And I'm just like,
no. Here's the fucked up part. They didn't even give her an option.
They didn't.
No.
The fuck?
Yes.
They just gave her the money and just like go.
Yeah, Spencer just said, "Hey, we're eliminating your position. You're fired." Blah blah blah, and he gave her the severance package or whatever, and he had a fucking security guard walk her out.
What a dick!
The minute I heard about that, I let everyone know I was quitting. I texted my friend who was a red shirt at the time in the stadium to let him know, "Hey, I'm just letting you know right now I'm going to quit." And we're talking, and he goes, "Wait, are you showing up tomorrow?" I went, "I fucking told you I'm quitting." And then almost like immediately I see on Twitter, I think John put, "Well, I guess it's just me and so-and-so and so-and-so."
That sucks.
Yeah. I mean, looking back on it, I probably should have I only had like 2 more weeks in the season, so I think I should have stayed so I can just make everyone's lives hell. But, I made my decision.
I mean, I have no tea or shade for my coworkers, because for the photo department, I actually liked my coworkers a lot. They were friends and family. Granted, I haven't talked to them much since I left, but I mean, I have no issues with any of them. Now, the only issue I had was a boss of mine. That is just little things. I'm just like, boy, if I didn't want to be here, I wouldn't be here. I have a problem with that, and I'm like, you know what? It's my time to go. That thunder, though.
What thunder?
It's thundering over where I live.
Ooh.
So it's going to rain.
It was pouring like shit whenever I was coming back home from school.
Of course, on my birthday, it would rain. Whatever.
On your birthday?
On my 26th birthday, because I'm old. Not really. I'm not really old. I feel old.
You look like you're 45.
Shut up! No, I don't.
Okay, not 40.
You.
Not 45, maybe 32.
I hate you. No, I don't. I don't look that old.
Hey, I look old when I put on a beard, okay?
Well, I need to trim the beard, speaking of that. It's getting a little thick.
You're a little thick.
But wow, I was totally not ready to talk about shit and tea about SeaWorld.
Hey, well, it's good to switch up the conversation every now and then. It's good to talk
well,
about...
at least they don't know. At least they don't know which SeaWorld.
Hey, for all we know, we could be talking about SeaWorld San Diego. You don't know that.
Or Orlando. You never know.
So you never know. For all you know, I used to live in Orlando, so that's as much as you know.
For all you know, I could live in Japan.
Japan.
If only. But yeah. I when I left SeaWorld, I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I'm not gonna go back. Nothing. I'm good. Good thing I didn't, because I would have lost my job a few months later anyway.
I mean, that was rough too. Me quitting because I was out of a job for 5 months.
Well, I didn't. Well, when I quit SeaWorld, I was out of a job for. It took me maybe about 3 months. About 3 months to get a job at the Target that I work at now. And I started working on my birthday. It was my first day. So I've been working at this Target for 4 years now. So yeah. I remember my first day. I set a breadstick on fire. Literally, it got stuck and caught on fire on my first day within the first, 2 hours.
Why does that sound like something only you would do?
Exactly. The universe wanted to light me a candle, bitch, and it was a breadstick. And then within the first 6 months after that, I had a plethora of accidents. I flooded the front area. That was fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a few incidents within the first 6 months, but I mean, I still had the job. So 4 years later,
Kind of like my job. I've been working there for over 2 years, and I just came back when I worked at that residential treatment center. Which, to be honest, it feels like whenever I came back, like I was only gone for 3 months. It just feels like I went to sleep for like maybe 3 hours and I woke up. And nothing really changed. I was like, oh, I guess I'm at my job again. So, I'm back. And, things are a little bit different because I just got a promotion.
that's good.
Yep. It's not like with SeaWorld where you have to actually apply for it. No, like this is the type of job where you have to just like work hard for it and then see what happens. I went in there and I just said, what can I do to get this promotion? What can I do to get a raise? And work my ass off for it. And as of yesterday, they are getting the paperwork to give me my raise.
That's good. That's good.
Hell yeah.
Now with SeaWorld, I don't regret working there.
Oh no,
because it was my first job and it was a good first job because after I left SeaWorld, I was ready for anything and everything dealing with people. So. I mean, there have been rough moments at Target, but then I just think of the crowds I had to deal with at SeaWorld and stadiums and photo. And I'm just like, okay, this is not so bad anymore.
Yeah, I mean, with SeaWorld, the obvious reasons working there, I never would have met, people in my life, including my girlfriend, which,
Yeah.
Miss Betty. And then you and, a couple other close personal friends of mine and ours. So,
Yeah.
I mean, SeaWorld had its good moments, it had a lot of its bad moments, but, the good always outweighs the bad.
True. Had some fun times there. Like that one time I threw up everywhere.
I wasn't there for that.
Oh, no. You weren't, but I bet my ass you sure as hell heard about it.
Oh, yeah, because you told me about it.
Oh, yeah, but it was just like, it was gross, because I told them I wanted to go home, and they wouldn't let me. So they took me down to the bottom of the Sea Lion Stadium to watch the crowd and shit. Now, let me tell you, it was a hot day. It was water and trash everywhere, and it steamed, and it came up and just... So I walked back up there, and I'm like, I can't do this. And they're like, okay, just chill out in the shade, drink some water, you're going to be fine. And then they started letting the guests in.
Ugh.
As the first guests were walking in, I look at the guests, wave hi, and then I just start throwing up all over the ground around, and then I turn to the grass and throw up on the grass, and the guests are walking past me, petrified, terrified, like, is he okay? And then I have like vomit all over like the left side of my body and my hand, and then I walk to a supervisor who, you know what the hell, Ashley. I walk up to Ashley and Frank, and I'm like, hey, can I go home now? With like throw up dripping off my hand.
Oh my!
And they're like, and they kind of just look at me and go, oh shit. And Ashley's like, okay, I'm heading out. I'll walk with you. So I walk to the bus, I call my mom, I go home, I walk into the garage, I have a plastic bag in my hand, right? I throw up, I fill up that whole plastic Walmart bag of just barf, completely filled. And then I was pale as a ghost. And then I went in my room, went to bed, didn't wake up till the next morning, so I slept for a good 15, 16 hours. I slept the whole rest of the afternoon into the night, didn't wake up, except to go to the bathroom. I literally, my body's like, you're gonna shut down if you like it or not. So, it was a bad day. And then the next day, I woke up and I was supposed to go into work, and I'm like, I'm not going in, and I called in.
Oh man,
that was one of the few times I called into SeaWorld. One a handful of times, because I'm like, no, I need a day.
Oh man, like. I don't think I've ever called in. I think I've only called into SeaWorld once, and that was and I think you might have heard about this whenever I passed out.
Oh yeah, I heard about it. I remember it.
For those who don't know, this was like when I first. This is like literally like within a week of me becoming an assistant supervisor, and I had to come in early. I remember that night clear as day. We actually went to go see the Avengers the night before.
Yeah, it was 2012.
Hell yeah, me and Betty and Richard, and the very next day. The very next day we had to come in early for work to do the one of those like runs, whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah.
And I was feeling fine the whole fucking day. Like I was not giving off an implication that something was going to happen. I was feeling fine. I was feeling energetic, and then there was a point in the day. Me and Richard, we went to I think they just built Aquatica, I believe, and we were going there to, I guess, kind of like staff it. And literally out of nowhere, I just start feeling it. I'm like, oh whoa! And I didn't think too much of it because I was like, okay, I can shake it off. And after a while, I'm like, I can't shake this off. And I look over to Richard. I'm like, Richard, I need your help. I'm feeling kind of dizzy. And he just said, okay, just like stand over here. I'll help you out. I just need to tell these people to get off the grass or whatever. In Richard's words, he says, I just turn around to go tell these people to get off the grass. I turn around, I just see all these people staring over Drew.
Oh, shit.
Like, literally, the last thing I remember is I went into one of the Dippin' Dots restaurant because I was like, I'm not going to make it. And I wake up, and I'm in the first aid, and the first fucking person that was there in first aid, just like kind of like not hovering over me, but standing next to me, was Frank. So I'm like, wait, why is Frank standing over me? Oh no, Frank, no. So they pretty much said, yeah, you're gonna go home. So he took me to the where security's at, and I just went home.
Yeah, there you go.
And everybody,
I heard about.
Yeah, everybody. For some reason, everyone thought it was Farmer that passed out.
Oh no, I heard it was. Well, I didn't know right away until I think it was either you or someone in stadiums told me because I was in the photo department by this time, by 2012. So I heard that somebody in the stadiums passed out a red shirt, and I'm like, who was it? I know most of all of them. And then some said Farmer, and then some said some guy named Drew, and I'm like, so yeah, I was in the photo at that time.
Well, yeah, because like the very next day, I was in the I went to Sea Lion, and Skylar just came up to me. He's like, "What happened?" And I told him, and we just talked about it for a bit, and then Farmer came to Sea Lion. I think it's because his team was, I guess, passing through to go on lunch. He sees me, goes, "Dude, everyone thought I was dead." Oh, that was a scary moment. I'm not gonna lie, that was a scary moment. Passing out. So I'm fine. Just in case y'all wondering. Yeah, those are our SeaWorld stories.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, SeaWorld's has some fantastic stories amongst that place. Some other ones I'm not going to get into about the photo department because I don't want. I don't want to spread. None of them are really what I call negative. I just don't. I didn't know any of it to come back to me. So, stadiums, sure, I can talk all about stadiums all I want, but I still have good ties with the photo department because some of my coworkers are now blue shirts. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna. I'm good. Not like any of them are gonna listen to this anyway. And even if they did and they got offended, I don't really talk to much of them anyway, so it really wouldn't matter, but just being nice.
I don't give a damn.
I mean, some of them I don't give a damn. Like, a lot of stadium people, I don't give a damn.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of there's some choice stadium people I wouldn't give two fucks about, John. But yeah, that's about it.
Shamu Stadium working there sucks.
Oh yeah.
I worked there for the first year or first couple months. Was it the first year or first couple months? I think it was the first couple months, and they moved me over to the sea line. Thank God.
It was nowhere near as bad as working at fucking Nautilus the whole summer.
Working where?
Nautilus, the amphitheater.
I refuse to work there.
Hey, I had to work there with the All-Star crew, and by All-Star crew I mean two senior citizens and one girl that was always on her fucking phone. But you know what? I'm not going to be insulting. Do you remember Old Man Joe?
Yes, I most certainly do.
He passed away recently.
Oh no!
Yeah,
that's the second person I know from SeaWorld that passed away.
Yeah, we've lost some people at SeaWorld. Bob.
Bob.
You know what?
Cool.
I always got along with him personally. He just would not shut the fuck up. But
I got along with him.
And you know what? I'm not saying that to be mean. I could still like you and make fun of you. You know, that's just my style. I like Bob. Me and him got along. The last time I ever saw him, me and Betty were at the movies, and I think he was at the movies with his girlfriend. Because he just came out. He's like, I don't want to watch this movie, so I'm just out here killing time. And we were talking, and that was the last time we saw Bob. And
what happened to him exactly? Because I never found out what actually happened to him.
All right. Well, this is what I heard. You know, Bob. He had seizures, right?
Yes.
The story was that he apparently had a seizure that was so bad he had a heart attack.
Oh.
So, yeah, that was the story, and we had to find out from somebody else. Like, it wasn't just like we found out from somebody we knew. We had to look on somebody else's profile. Or no, to find out. Actually, Betty stumbled on somebody else's profile and found out. I'm like, oh fuck.
Dang.
So,
may he rest in peace.
Rest in power.
Now, that's the only other person I know of personally that died from SeaWorld.
Him, Joe.
Unless you know some.
Yeah, there was a kid I used to work with. His name was David. Worked at SeaWorld. He was, and I don't want to say this to sound mean, he was one of the special kids.
Okay.
I believe he had leukemia.
Aww.
I just know, like, you know, when I worked with him, you know, I personally didn't have a problem with him. He was, you know, he always seemed like he was very friendly. He would, you know, see me everyone and be like, you know, hey, Mr. Drew. I'm like, how you doing, David? And, you know, he did his job, but, you know, it's one of those things that you didn't notice until you heard it. Like when you heard the news of, you know, why or how he was sick, you start to realize, you know, that kind of makes a little bit of sense, you know. And then unfortunately, you know, we had to find out, you know, on his because his mom was running his Facebook at the time. And we had to find out, like, after we just came out of the movies.
Aww.
And, you know, it was sad. I cried a little bit because, you know, I knew him. I worked with him, and, you know, I'm a big softie. I'm a big softie like that. So.
Oh no! I remember a coworker who died in the photo department, and I was still working there. And she was like this is like my second year, right before I became a supervisor. So my first year of being a photo worker was great. I had some great coworkers, some good friends, and some of them didn't come back. So there was this girl. Leslie, I think was her name. Leslie or Lindsay? Shit, I'm gonna feel bad now. But she apparently went out to back home to California or whatever, and she got into a car accident, died, and my boss at the time, who I'm not gonna drop his name because I want to name drop him, but I still talk to him every now and then. But he found out about it, but he wouldn't tell me until after my shift was over. And I'm just like, what's up? He's like, I'll tell you before your shift's done. I'm like, dude, what's up? Okay, this is really freaking me out. What's going on? And right before my shift ended, he told me, hey, you know, your last summer you had a coworker named I'm pretty sure her name was Lindsay or Leslie. Oh my god, I'm gonna die on one side. But I was pretty close to her. But he told me, he says, yeah, she died in a car crash. I think she was on her way to California with her dad. Her dad survived. She didn't. And she was also pregnant. And the baby didn't survive also. And I'm just like, oh. I was just like, I didn't know how to react.
I'm going to need more beer for this. Ugh.
I was just like, I was more in shock. I didn't cry or anything. I was just like, wow. I didn't know what to say or do. I was in complete shock. Like, what? Come again? Repeat that?
This show just got really dark. Ugh.
Oh, it did. And she was a nice girl, too. I got along with all my fellow team members when I was a team member. And even when I was a supervisor, I like to think that I made an effort to have good friendships and relationships with my team members. And I would always try to put them first. And also, one of the other reasons why I love SeaWorld is, okay, so last few months during the fall, because you know how during the fall they have a tendency to give the team members less hours and give all the hours to the managers and the supervisors? Mm-hmm. So I was working at Journey to Atlantis. That pretty much gave it away which SeaWorld this is. But anyway. Pretty much. So I was working at JTA. Now, I don't know if you know, during the fall and winter, no one rides JTA, and I worked in the photo store area. I was running both sides, even though we're supposed to have a person from merchandise working in there. But no, I had to work both. So I'm like, cool. But during the fall, like October, November, they had no team members. They basically gave no hours to any of my team members. And I'm like, guys, you can give them some of my hours so they can at least have something. Because that's one thing they would complain to me about. And I'm like, I'll see what I can do. But they wouldn't. And I'm just like, you know what? I don't like that. So that's another reason why I quit. Or I didn't go back. Because I'm like, fun fact, during December, every weekend, no one would ride JTA. So you know what I do? I bring a backpack full of comic books, manga, a backpack full. I mean full, because I'd be there from open to close. I would lean on the counter and read a book. And the thing is, my bosses would always come during 2 times during the day, like clockwork on the dot. So I worked it where I just read a book, be lazy as hell because no one's coming in there, and I've done everything in the store. So, and then as it gets around the time they come by, I act like I'm doing shit.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I literally got paid to read a bunch of books.
Hey, that's the life, man.
And talk to the ride operators for a water ride in December.
Ugh.
I mean, it was good money. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. Y'all screwed over my team members. Nah, fam. But I would try to go out of my way for my team members. And some of them had told me that I was their favorite supervisor. And I'm just like, oh, thank you.
Okay. You know what? I've had some old team members tell me that, too. I just randomly... I can't name everyone off the bat. I've had a couple say, you're probably one of our favorites because you're a lot more relaxed and chill.
Yeah.
And, I didn't, try and bullshit anyone. I just told them like it is. Another kid just randomly said, "Hey, I thought you were a really good supervisor. I liked you." And I don't care what anyone else thought. I'm like, wait, who said I wasn't a good supervisor? So
I thought the same thing too. I'm like, I hope no one thinks ill of me. And then after a while, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do what needs to be done.
I don't know. I gave two fucks. Like I didn't give 2 fucks. I just did shit my way. I didn't try and kiss ass and try and copy other people. I just did things my way, and they didn't like it. Then that's them.
As long as I did my job and made the money that I was supposed to make, I don't care.
Anyways, let's switch topics. Was there anything in particular you wanted to go over?
Let's see. Well, they pushed back X-Men Dark Phoenix and the New Mutants again.
Oh yeah, I saw. What the fuck, man? Like,
I don't know. What the hell?
You know what? I just read this today that I guess the rumor or the theory is they're pushing it back so Disney can possibly do something with it.
I hope so. They're going to push it back to both of them back. The X-Men Dark Phoenix to Valentine's Day 2019 and the New Mutants August 2nd, 2019. Bitch, they best be part of the MCU or something. Because otherwise, why bother? Because the X-Men Dark Phoenix was already pretty much done as far as I heard.
Well, they're doing reshoots.
I knew that they were doing reshoots for the New Mutants, but I didn't know they were doing reshoots for the Dark Phoenix. So, bitch, they better pull the multiverse theory that the Dark Phoenix rips a hole in the goddamn multiverse. And the X-Men end up in the MCU, because I swear, if they don't, why waste our time?
Well, the talk is that Dark Phoenix was a quote-unquote mess. So that's why they're doing reshoots.
A quote-unquote what?
Mess.
Oh.
And the reason why they did reshoots for New Mutants the first time was to make it scarier. And this time, I'm not sure why. But,
probably because New Mutants was originally supposed to come out in February 2019. But since they moved Dark Phoenix to February, they moved the New Mutants later on because they didn't want to have two releases in the same month. That's
why the fuck not?
I don't know. Might as well.
It's like, fuck. That's going to be like double your money right there.
I hope they make Dark Phoenix part of the MCU at some point with the whole multiverse thing, because the Phoenix is a multiversal entity. There's only one in the whole multiverse. So it makes sense for something to happen with the Phoenix, where the Phoenix would rip a hole in the space-time continuum or some shit, and the main X-Men or whoever can transport over to the MCU. Just bring the young ones over. And you don't need the whole, all the mutant race. Just bring over the X-Men themselves. Honestly. Because how else because I don't know how they're gonna bring in the mutant, gene throughout humanity this late in the game, to be perfectly honest. I like to see how they would do that if they were to. Otherwise, if you're going to reboot the X-Men, why release those two movies to begin with?
I think at this point it makes sense to just bring these new guys in.
What?
Huh?
To just what?
I know. I think it makes sense. At this point, it makes sense to just bring these new guys in.
Yeah, exactly.
I would love to have McAvoy and Fassbender in, which I don't see them coming. If Disney throws an assload of money at them, I wouldn't see why they wouldn't stay.
Yeah,
Jennifer Lawrence, she doesn't make good movies besides X-Men.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she would not mind Disney's money.
Oh no. And then Disney, the CEO said that he wants to do a lot of movies with Deadpool.
Oh God, yes! Just bring over Ryan Reynolds. Let's give him Disney money. He'll stay.
Because he's already made it clear that they're not going to change the rating for Deadpool. They're not going to make it PG-13 or a soft rated R movie. No, they're going to stick to what it is.
Good, because that means that could open the doors for Marvel doing other rated R movies.
That very true. What rated R movies could they do for Marvel, though?
Well, if they make Blade into a movie and not a Netflix series, they can easily make Blade into a rated R. Same thing with Moon Knight. Basically, a lot more mature heroes. I don't know who else. Let me see. If they do an Incredible Hulk movie, if Marvel gets the rights to it, I can see them doing a rated R Incredible Hulk. That could be kind of cool.
Yeah, but the rights are apparently still with Universal.
Or they can do a Black Widow, make that rated R.
Oh, yes.
Not for nudity, but just for violence and shit. I'd be down for that.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a little nudity, but that's just me. We have to discuss this. That text message I sent you. The screenshot.
Oh.
For anyone that doesn't know, let me explain it. For anyone that doesn't know, this is not. I don't think this is true because I looked on every other website, every other comic book website. It hasn't even been announced or confirmed or even rumored. If you look on Orlando Bloom's Wikipedia page on his filmography, in 2020 it lists him playing Namor.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Like, Orlando Bloom? Really?
That's a little out there. I mean, I guess because the Pirates of the Caribbean, but I don't know how. I would have to see him in action as Namor before I say one way or another. Ugh. And as of right now, they took it off. By the way, it's not. I'm on his Wikipedia right now. It's not on there anymore.
Yeah, obviously, but
it'd be interesting. I still say Namor should be an Asian actor, but if they go with Orlando Bloom, I'm not going to knock it until I see it.
Yeah, true. And while I was looking up, while I was trying to like scour the internets, to see if if there was any any truth to this, I came across an article from 2011 with Johnny Depp, where he talked about growing up, he read comics, he loved rock and roll. He said one of his favorite characters growing up was Namor.
I swear to God, we don't need Johnny Depp as Namor.
I'm not saying I do. I'm just saying that's what he said.
I don't know how. I don't want to see Johnny Depp as Namor. I love Johnny Depp, but I don't think he could play a good Namor. If you're going to give Johnny Depp a character in Marvel, give him a weird, quirky one. Probably one of the cosmic characters could easily be played by Johnny Depp because some of them you can make them like really quirky and shit. But don't give him a serious character like Namor. That'd just be weird.
Well, which one of the cosmic characters do you see him playing?
Honestly, I would love for him to be the one above all.
Yeah, oh my! I just fucking heard. You know what? Me and a friend of mine named Scott. We worked together. He mentioned that character. I'm like, who the fuck is that? So I had to look him up. I had to look him up. He's pretty much like even Thanos is afraid of him.
He's God, essentially.
Why don't they just call him God?
Oh, well, no, I mean, they don't call him that, but he's the one above everybody. He's the strongest entity, being whatever in the MCU. Or not in the MCU, in the Marvel universe. I don't know if it's in the multiverse. It might be the multiverse. But actually, I don't know. But he's the strongest one in the main comics universe. But he's basically God, essentially. But I would love for him to play the one above all and just have him not be named, never name him the one above all, but have him just be in every movie. When Stan Lee finally ends his reign of cameos, bring Johnny Depp in as a cameo for every single movie and have him be the one above all, but just have little subtle hints toward it. Where he's just literally just walking around watching the events unfold. Okay,
you said Stan Lee. Do you think the rumor about Stan Lee being the Watcher is true?
Well, I mean, they kind of, with the Guardians 2 that he works with the Watchers.
Yeah, but do you think he's actually a Watcher? Because in Guardians 2, he was just an astronaut.
Yeah, he works with the Watchers, but I don't think he is a Watcher.
I don't know. The day Stan Lee stops doing cameos, that's when you know it's not going to be good.
Yeah, when that news broke out that he was in the hospital, I'm like, no, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready. I thought he was going to say he's dead.
That's going to be a sad day.
I'm going to cry.
I will seriously cry. I'm not even going to lie. I will cry.
I will cry so many tears.
But apparently he's doing okay. He just released a statement saying that he's feeling fine, and he can now make appearances at Comic-Con.
That is good. That is good. Because I want to get an autograph from him before he dies.
Oh, I don't care how much fucking money I have to pay. I will pay to get his autograph.
Amen to that, brother. I need to meet that man and to be like, thank you.
Thank you for making my childhood so much fucking awesome, making my adulthood so much fucking awesome.
Thank you for giving me my childhood favorite movies and cartoons and making the characters for that all that happen and today just yes.
Yes.
I just hope he sees I want him to see the Fantastic Four done right before he goes.
It'll happen. I think Stanley's gonna live to be past 100.
Oh, I hope so, because that'd be amazing.
That'd be awesome. Eventually he does die, and he doesn't even die in a normal way. He'll just dissolves, like Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Oh, spoilers! Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, like he just like kind of dies in a cool way.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Only Sam Lane.
That's gonna be a sad, sad day. Nimrud's gonna cry like a goddamn nerdy baby.
No.
Enough of depressing shit.
Go ahead.
About Stanley's passing. What else? But yeah, the Dark Phoenix being pushed back and the New Mutants and me raging about it for like a day and a half. Because I was really excited about the goddamn X-Men Dark Phoenix. We get to finally see the Shi'ar Empire and the Skrulls, which that's another thing. Why are you going to have the Dark Phoenix released in February, just a couple weeks before Captain Marvel comes out? Because you're going to have the same villains. Because the Skrulls are the villains in Dark Phoenix, apparently, and they're also the villains in Captain Marvel. So I'm like, Disney better get Fox, or they have some deal that just in case they don't, that the X-Men are going to come over, because that's going to get kind of redundant if you don't bring them over.
Hey, for all we know, Disney's might be trying to tell us something.
Unless they already are over in the main MCU, and we just don't know it yet.
There you go.
What if they... There's a theory. What if they are, whenever he did the whole time, what if there's two different timelines, and the X-Men ended up being in the MCU universe, and the future universe is something totally different, the old universe? Theory.
Well, they came out and said that Captain Marvel might just be in another dimension.
Captain Marvel might be in what?
I believe it was either Kevin Feige or somebody else that it's a possibility that Captain Marvel might just be stuck in another dimension.
Ooh, bitch. If I watch Dark Phoenix not knowing and I see Captain Marvel zipping by, I'm gonna die.
You're just gonna see like something like flowing by her, like that's Carol. It's like Devan. That was probably just a star. I don't give a fuck. It was Carol.
Carol Danvers, where is she?
Brie Larson, you bitch, where are you?
I love you. Come back.
I love Brie Larson so much.
That movie, Captain Marvel, I'm gonna be a fanboy the most since Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. Oh, that's the last of my top 3 heroes. I have not had a movie yet, so that's the last one. And then all my favorite heroes has got a movie.
Okay, the Doctor Strange movie, I liked it, but I wasn't crazy about it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was psycho.
I liked it. I thought it was really good, but I wasn't like... It's not like Guardians or Avengers or a Civil War where I can watch it over and over.
I love Doctor Strange so much. I literally had the Eye of Agamotto amulet that I wear occasionally.
Hey, be
like,
careful.
Literally.
Hey, Thanos is coming for that shit. You might just want to hide it.
Oh no!
Where is Devin? Devin's not here. I'm just a woman.
With a beard! It's changing on my
Okay. Sucker.
Little bitch.
Man, but yeah, what were we just talking about? Skrulls. Yeah, Brie Larson has been putting out photos and videos on Instagram of her working out to get in that Captain Marvel shape, and it is it's very inspiring to watch.
Oh, I bet it is. Oh, I bet it.
She's doing push-ups with chains wrapped around her.
Woo!
So she's Brie Larson's already a good actress. She won an Oscar for that movie Room, which it's a really good movie. You might want to watch it. And then almost after she wins an Oscar, she gets cast in Captain Marvel.
Yes, Marvel's like, we want her now.
Like we don't just want people that look like they can play the role. We want people who can act.
They want people that they know can play the role.
I kind of equate it to this interview that Joaquin Phoenix did, because the rumor is that he's apparently playing the Joker in that Sandler film. And he didn't really shed too much light on it. He just said that, as far as comic book movies go, he thinks they're good for Hollywood because they make Hollywood money. And they kind of balance everything out. So, what's it called? He basically just said when it comes to superhero movies, he's not a snob. He doesn't look at them and go, that's not real acting. Like, he sees them and goes, those are fun films. I like watching them.
I can't wait for Marvel to decide to do an original movie that's not connected to the comics at all. It's going to happen sooner or later.
Well, the director of what movie was it? The director of the Kong Skull Island movie that came out a while back.
Yeah.
He says he wants to do a Marvel film without superheroes.
Without superheroes?
Yep.
Huh. I wonder what that would be like.
It's called Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Well, no, but they have superheroes in it, so that doesn't count.
I don't know, like me and Betty kind of went over this because we were talking about Black Panther, about how it's, apparently the greatest movie ever made. And, I can see why it's getting a lot of hype because it's the first time you've had a successful, non-white superhero movie come out. But
what about Blade, though?
Blade was more of a commercial success. I'm talking about, like, a worldwide success.
Oh.
Like, to where they're talking about, Oscar talk.
Oh.
And Betty
That'd be interesting.
Betty kind of pointed out, which was a fair statement, like, well, there's no Hispanic superheroes.
Yeah, there really isn't.
It'd be cool. It'd be cool if they did decide to create an original Hispanic superhero instead of just having someone latch on to another hero. Like, oh, this Hispanic guy is going to be the new blah blah blah. It's like, no, we want like someone more original.
Well, I mean, in the MCU, they do have one Hispanic superhero.
Who?
The Ghost Rider.
No, I'm not. But I'm talking about someone that's original.
Actually, let me look and see what other superheroes they have that are Hispanic, that are originally just that.
Actually, I looked at that list a while back and I just saw a bunch of lame ass superheroes. But let me pull
a bunch of what?
Like lame ass people. Like they're basically like not even like big names. They're more just like side characters. But let me pull it up right now. Give me just a second. Give me just a second.
List of Latino superheroes. I'm looking at it. There's a lot of mutant.
Marvel's Hispanic superheroes and villains. All right, White Tiger.
Yeah.
Living Lightning.
Ooh, yes, Living Lightning's in the Avengers, right? Pretty cool.
All right, Rictor.
In the comics.
Rictor.
There's two Ghost Riders. There's Reyes, the one with the race car, and then there's another one, Joan.
Right, there's Velocidad.
Hummingbird! That would be a good one.
Reptile. Victor Mancha.
Lady Deathstrike.
But she's Asian.
Who?
Lady Deathstrike?
Not this one.
Oh.
There's a Quartz. She's Cambodian.
Okay. Black Tarantula.
Miss Marvel. They can bring in Miss Marvel.
But are you talking about the little Muslim girl?
No, that's not Miss Marvel. Miss America. Sorry.
Oh, you mean American Chavez?
Yeah, they can bring in her.
I heard that character sucks.
Well, okay, the main series, yeah, she wasn't that great. But her in the Ultimates with Black Panther and Captain Marvel doing the cosmic stuff, I liked her in that. So they brought like that over and kept her like in space because she can make portals and teleport through shit. They took that, I'd be okay with that because she's a pretty cool character when she's written right.
The only reason why I know about her is because now you have all these Latina actresses just coming out of the woodwork saying, I want to play America Chavez.
If she's done right, I don't care.
America Ferrera, I don't know if you know who that is, came out, says she wants to play her.
Yeah, I know who that is. I could see her as that.
Stephanie Beatriz from Brooklyn Nine-Nine wants to play her.
Miles Morales.
Well, he's half.
Oh, that's right. He's half Puerto Rican. Okay.
Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah, Miguel O'Hara. Yeah, Mexican American. Bring him in. That'd be kind of cool. Sunspot.
Spider-Girl Corazon.
Ooh. See, they have a bunch of decent characters they could use. Unknown ones that don't get too much publicity, but they would if they get their own movie.
There's not a lot up here. Another white tiger, the Latina chick.
Yeah.
Eva Ayala.
Out of the list here, the ones I see them doing something with, it's probably America Chavez, Spider-Man 2099, Miles Morales. Obviously, they're going to bring him in.
Interesting.
It's only a matter of time if they bring in Miles Morales.
I'm looking at this guy right now. His name is El Guapo.
Okay.
And the caption just reads, no.
Wow.
Who else? There's a lot.
Firebird. Who's that? Ooh. Firebird would be kind of cool. But it's very Phoenix-like, though. Cheetah. Captain Universe. That's right. The female Captain Universe right now... No, not the female. The Captain Universe right now is Gabriel... I can't even pronounce his last names, but he's Mexican-American. So, I mean, if they bring in Captain Universe into, like, Guardians of the Galaxy, they could easily make him Mexican-American origin.
Or here's another character. I'm going to butcher her name. Arana. Anya Corazon.
Ooh.
Who is this? The Question, Renee Montoya.
Ooh.
She's from DC. El Gato Negro.
If they bring in... If in the Venom movie, if they bring in, like, the other symbiotes that were birthed from Venom, there's one called Agony, and and the person who gets that one is a Hispanic heritage.
Firebird.
Yeah. That's why I looked at. That'd be too similar to, like, the Phoenix.
Wildcat.
I mean, there's a amount of heroes that they could use, but honestly, the big named ones I could see them doing are mostly. Honestly, it's probably gonna be America Chavez.
Here's one. It's from DC. It's a Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle, yeah.
Sunspot. You already mentioned him. Aqua Girl.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, there's not a lot.
I mean, it's... I think at this point, Marvel, DC, whomever, they need to make more original characters, though. I mean, I'm fine with the characters they have now, but, you know, it needs to stop with this whole, let's make Miss Marvel a Muslim girl, or let's make Iron Man Ironheart. I'm sorry. A sassy black teen. Let me finish. A sassy black teenager. Like, let's start to come up with more original characters, and let's kind of broaden the audience and like make a Latino superhero, make a Middle Eastern superhero, make a Japanese superhero. Like, I don't know. Like, think outside the box.
Now, with the ones you named off, Miss Marvel, that one was more of a title passed down. Because Captain Marvel, when she became Captain Marvel, she gave Miss Marvel the name. So that one was a name passed down.
Yeah.
But I mean, her character herself, I actually kind of like her character. That one, I did. Now, Riri, they should have honestly changed the comic book name to Ironheart instead of Iron Man, and people probably wouldn't be so mad about it. instead of just calling it Iron Man and having her be the lead character and people are like, oh, she's Iron Man, when they should just give her own comic called Ironheart. And then that probably would have been fine.
True.
Because she's actually pretty cool. I don't know how she was written because I haven't read much of her stories, but as far as like the profile and what she does and who she is, I'm like, okay, I can get behind it if she's written right. Or if you give her own comic with her own title and don't have her hop on the back of Iron Man. But, I mean, since Iron Man's going to come back, I wonder what they're going to do with her. If they're going to give her her own series, or if they're going to put her in the back seat of Iron Man. That's part of the reason why Marvel Comics is kind of going... It's not doing so hot. People say DC is making more money, but Marvel's still making more money, but they're not where they should be. Mm-hmm. And recently they... a bunch of the old management left that brought the whole diversity thing, and they're starting to clean that out because fans are like SJW Marvel, which, by the way, bunch of crock of shit if you ask me. I mean, I like Jane Foster's Thor. What? Granted, she's dying of cancer, so you know.
Yeah, I read
whatever.
I read the first comic of that, and that's about it.
I like her. She's kind of badass. That was some of her first issues.
Well, I'm not going to trash on something I don't know about, but my whole thing is...
I like her. Some of the other stuff I really can't comment on because I haven't read any of it, but the whole just like, oh, it's something more than SJW trash, and I'm just like, really, guys? Are you really going to be that petty? And you're still buying the comics. So, like, if you're complaining about diversity, then and you complain about the comic, don't buy it. Duh.
Alright,
you're supplying the beast.
When you buy comics, do you buy single issues or graphics?
Both. Depending. There's a list of series that I get the single issues for that I've been patient, and the ones that I don't get single issues for, I usually wait for them to come out in the graphic novels and I get those. So it's like how many depends. Depends on the character.
I haven't bought a single issue in ages.
I buy single issues every week. So I have my list of stuff.
Actually, you know what? I remember when I did get some single issues. I was at Comic-Con, and we were walking past this table, and I forget who it was. I believe it was. I think it was Heroes and Fantasies. They had their own table.
Yeah.
And they had this deal where if you paid like, I think it was either $15 or $30. You get like a box of 15. Actually, it was $15. There you go. You pay $15, you get a box of 15 comics.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. And I got like a special box full of Marvel comics because they had different ones. They had ones for DC. They had ones for like Vertigo and whomever. And then they had Marvel, and I got the Marvel one. And I've read at least 2 or 3 of them. I haven't read the whole box yet. So, yeah. Oh, the thing about, like, single issues is that, like, I read them, and then I want to keep reading the rest of the story, but the thing that sucks is that, like, you won't always be able to get, like, the next issue.
True. It also depends on what series, because Marvel's starting to do some of their series where it's every week.
Yeah.
Well, mostly it's every month, so you have to wait a month.
Yeah, because I remember when I bought the first issue of Age of Ultron, and I was trying to get everything in order, 1, 2, and 3. For some reason, they didn't have like certain issues like Volume 4 or Volume 6 or whatever, so that just pissed me the fuck off. So I got to the point where I'm like, I'm just going to buy strictly just graphics now. I can't deal with single issues. Now, it depends on the character.
Same. I have a certain list of characters that I get. And otherwise, if I really want to read and I don't have it on my list, instead of adding it, I'll just wait. Like, for example, Jane Foster's Thor. I'm going to wait till it's all done. And I think she might have one more issue left before it ends her run and Odin's son comes back. Yeah. But when they bring it on the graphic novel, I'm going to, one of these days, buy all of her stuff. So I have it all in graphic novel form. And, of course, some of the stuff before that, like the Old Man Thor. Oh, The God Butcher, that's a great story.
I've been pining to get that fucking comic, and it just seems like it eludes me.
Oh, I want to bring the God Butcher to the MCU. Dat. He's a villain that's just... He give Thanos a run for his money, in my opinion. I don't know if he would actually beat Thanos, but I think he would give him a run for his money.
All right.
If you can just murder, slaughter a bunch of gods, I mean, you got some power.
All right, like, why haven't they tried to introduce Adam Warlock into the MCU just yet?
I don't know. I don't know why they did that in Volume 2 when they're not going to bring him in for Infinity War.
Yeah, because, like, James Gunn pretty much made it clear, hey, he's not going to be in Infinity War.
But he's probably going to be in Volume 3, but it's like, but he needs to be... I don't know what they're going to do in front of Infinity War, because everything seems very complicated right now, because they're not going to use Adam Warlock. They haven't got no indication that they're going to have Death or Hela in it whatsoever. So it's like, what's the point of Thanos doing anything now?
Hey,
I want to know his new motive.
Hey, they might just show up in Part 4.
I hope so, because otherwise, if Thanos doesn't have Death or Hela at least, to be like, I want to cause all this death and destruction to impress Lady Death or Hela. I don't care which one at this point, but I still prefer Lady Death. Just bring her over. But that's the whole reason why he does everything.
I mean, we talked about this last time in Avengers 4. They haven't told us shit about the movie.
No, they haven't.
Like, they've been releasing, behind the scenes, photos of the movie. But they came out and said that those are fake scenes that they're filming. Cause they don't want anyone to know what this movie's about.
And we still don't know who's voicing the Black Order and shit. Like, Marvel, tell us shit, man.
Marvel wants to fucking tease us. They want it. As a matter of fact, I was talking about this with my friend Scott the other day. I wouldn't be surprised if for Avengers 4 we only got like one trailer that was only like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And that was like the only trailer we get until we watch 4.
Yeah.
Or, what if they made like a fake trailer?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them.
Like, they end up, the deal ends up being finalized with Fox, and they have Deadpool in the fake trailer.
I won't die.
Like he comes out in the trailer, he's like, "Oh, I'm in the wrong movie. Fuck."
You know how many people would lose their gut? That trailer would break YouTube.
Oh man, how would you put Deadpool in the MCU, like this Deadpool?
Honestly, it wouldn't matter, because you can make it as ridiculous as possible. He can break the fourth wall and just walk over to the MCU like a page in a book. Honestly, I don't care how they did. They can make it as crazy and dumb as possible, and it would still make sense for Deadpool.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So I don't know how they're going to do it. If they end up doing something with the Dark Phoenix, I'm assuming they're going to do the same thing with Deadpool. If the Dark Phoenix ends up, let's say, whatever happens to Dark Phoenix ends up altering the timeline again or some shit, and then Deadpool ends up getting pulled over to the MCU. Or they just do something corny where he's just magically there for no apparent reason. He's just there as a running joke until he gets his own movie. And then they might start hinting at how he actually got there. But who knows? I'm perfectly fine with him being a running gag until he gets the third movie, and then they could possibly explain how he got there. I'm perfectly fine with that. That's just Deadpool.
His reason, how did I get here? They just worked out. I've been in the MCU the whole time.
I would love that.
Or no, like, he just breaks fourth wall in Avengers. They just go, "What are you doing here?" It's like, they finalized a deal. What deal? Just shut up.
Yes, I would love that. It'd be amazing. Or he comes in and he sees Captain America and he's like, "Oh my God, it's you, Captain America!" Like, he's fanboying. Oh, would
like
love that.
You just see Drax like, "Who are you talking to? There's nobody there." Like, it's like, "Don't ask me questions, Drax. Don't ask me questions, Batista." Who's Batista? Just shut up.
I would love that. I would love that on a level you won't ever understand.
Oh man.
Oh, that'd be amazing. I don't care how they do it. It could be dumb. I want them to make it funny. I don't care how.
I mean,
people are not going to care. It's going to make sense regardless.
And it's Deadpool, so I think he gets a pass on that.
I would love for the third movie to start out with him in a main office talking to the head of Fox and Disney as they're signing the deal, and he's sitting there talking to them as they're signing the deal. And he's like, cool, I'm in the Marvel movies, great, bye. And then he just walks into a film studio, and then they start filming the movie, the third movie. As the movie starts. I would love that.
He's like, thank you, Kevin Feige. My name's Feige. Whatever.
I would love the ultimate the breaking of the fourth wall to the point where it's like he's breaking every wall.
Oh man, it's like, hey, stop writing a better movie, Devan. Okay.
True. It's probably not gonna happen like that. But I can dream.
Yeah, boy can dream. Oh man. Yeah, we pretty much covered all the Avengers. We already talked about Fox.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on the Cloak and Dagger series on Freeform?
Same as last time. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna give it a shot. I watched the first couple episodes.
I don't know how to feel about it. Granted, I don't know too much about it. I mean, I've said this a billion times. I haven't even finished Runaways. So, I need to... There's a lot of shit I'm behind on. So,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm just going to watch it with an open mind and just see where it goes from there.
Exactly. I'm just excited that the special effects actually look decent. Like, they don't look trashy. They actually look decent enough. They don't look like Inhumans bad.
That's actually on my Hulu watch list.
Inhumans?
Yes.
I'm gonna force myself to watch it one of these days, watch it all through, and just be like, that was a thing. I'm mad about still, but that's a thing.
We should just have like a viewing party and just like get drunk and watch Inhumans.
Oh my god, we need to have a viewing party of the Inhumans.
Just invite Thomas, invite Dorian, invite whomever.
And they have no idea what's going on. Spend like 30 minutes before explaining everything they're about to see.
I can just hear Thomas. What the fuck?
What is this garbage? Who is she? Why does her hair move? That's probably Devan's favorite character. And I'd be like, you damn right.
What? Why do I give a fuck about a talking dog?
Lockjaw doesn't talk.
Whatever. That's something he would probably say.
Probably. Lockjaw just teleports.
Oh, man.
But I do want to pet Lockjaw. He looks like a good boy.
Yeah, boy.
He looks like a good doggo.
A good doggo.
The best doggo.
A doggo.
I could have that doggo take me to work.
I bet you could. Hey, there's nothing wrong. Hey, nothing wrong with having a teleporting dog. Okay, if I would rather be teleported than pay fucking car insurance.
True.
Oh, man. Did you want to talk about the whole march for gun rights or whatever?
Huh?
The
Talk
whole
about what?
That march that was in Washington or Florida or pretty much everywhere where they talked about
Let's not bring in politics into this podcast.
Well, no, we don't necessarily have to talk about politics. I just want to just kind of gain your thoughts on it, I guess.
I mean, people
just
march.
The whole march in general. You don't have to talk about gun laws. Just the whole march in general.
I mean, people obviously have a view, a view on the matter. Obviously, and they obviously have feelings that things should change. Obviously, I don't think we should get rid of guns at all because that goes against the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
As right as Americans, so But obviously, some stuff needs to change, but not getting rid of the weapon.
Yeah.
That's not going to really change anything, because then you're just going to get people. People are going to find whatever way they can to get a hold of whatever they can get their hands on, regardless if it's legal or not.
I mean, it's easy. All you gotta do is just like have a database and see who's, like if someone wants to buy a gun, see who's mentally, stable.
Yeah.
Like they have a police database. Just like look them up on a database, see if they're stable or not, and if they're stable, give them, they can purchase their gun. But none of this whole, you were in prison, you're in a mental institution. Yeah, we're gonna give you your gun in 2 to 3 days. So it's just easy. It's easy stuff. That's all we're asking for. It's just like common sense. We're not asking to like melt every single gun that exists and like build into a giant statue.
Honestly, you couldn't do that in the States anyway, if you wanted to. There's way too many guns out there.
My guns.
It's not like it was in Australia, because Australia had one school shooting. I think it was a school shooting. They had one major shooting, and the Australian government said if the citizens turn in their guns, the government will give them money for it. So, and all the citizens end up turning in all their guns now, like guns and stuff, are not allowed in Australia.
Yeah.
But they did that during a time that there wasn't that many out there. Now in the States, you can't really do that. Everyone and their grandmother has a gun, especially in the South. Texas alone probably has more guns than like some of these states combined.
Wait, Texas has guns?
Oh, okay. All right,
I'm shocked. Texas? Nah. Next
Texas
year,
is one of the front. I mean, obviously, Texas is one of the front runners for having bare arms.
Next, you're going to say that we hate gay people and retarded people.
Wow.
I'm just shocked.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, the whole march, like, my whole thing is, with these kids, I understand what they're trying to do, and it makes sense, but it's just, when it gets to the point where you're on every TV show, and you're on every magazine cover, I look at what you're doing as not being genuine anymore. Where it's like, I have to be on CNN every 5 minutes. I have to be on Teen Vogue. I have to do this, and that. And then, what made it even more phony was all these celebrities that were showing up. It's like, Demi Lovato is going to play a concert for gun laws. It's like, nah, she does not give two fucks. Trust me. And then,
I mean, California.
Yeah. And then, Miley Cyrus, for whatever reason, decides to show up with her dumb face.
California. It's probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest, left state.
Well, no, this came out of Florida.
Well, I mean, I know the event you're talking about did, but like a lot of the people that are been talking about banning guns and stuff and the celebrities are all from the West, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
Which, I mean, it's not surprising with California being, like, all pretty much left. The hub, essentially. It's what it seems like, anyway.
I don't know. I don't find what... I'm not saying all of them. I'm just saying, like, the main kids that you are seeing on the news. Like, that bald Mexican girl.
Yeah.
Or Emma, whatever her name is.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I just find her annoying. I genuinely find her to be a little annoying.
It's a bit much.
And a friend of mine who's also my manager at work, she made a good point where she's like, if you think, our president is Hitler, wouldn't you want him to give you guns?
Yeah, wouldn't you think that? Yeah, you would think that.
So, again, this is why I don't talk about politics, on the show, because, I'm not going to talk about something I don't know about.
Yeah.
So, and I wasn't trying to, like, force you.
Oh, no, you're fine.
So, I just want to kind of get your opinion on just the march itself.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Oh, yeah, I didn't forgot why we didn't bring this up. Captain Marvel Go back to Marvel. They are bringing back Ronan the Accuser and Agent Coulson.
I heard. Ronan the Accuser makes sense since he's a higher up in the Kree.
Yeah.
So it makes sense for him to be there.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't ready for that. I was like, oh, they're bringing back Ronan the Accuser? Is Ronan the Accuser going to be BFS with Captain Marvel? Probably not.
Don't you think it would have made a little bit more sense to bring back Peggy Carter, too?
Why Peggy? Well...
Because it's in the 90s, bro.
Yeah, but I don't get why Peggy, though.
Well, I mean...
Yes, she was in the military, but...
And Everett Ross.
Everett Ross. Well, you don't need to bring Ross back. He's kind of a dick. I could use less time with him. Unless he becomes the Red Hulk, I don't want to see Ross.
What the hell you got against Ross?
He's a dick.
Not that Ross. Not Thunderbolt Ross. I'm talking about Bilbo Baggins.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be in it.
I thought so too because he used to be an Air Force pilot, and Carol Danvers is an Air Force pilot. So
that would make sense for him to be in it.
So I don't know. Maybe it's going to be a last minute thing where they say, "Hey, he's going to be in it." So
that'd be interesting.
It would. It would be.
But as long as we get, but I'm just happy to get Coulson and Ronan, the Accuser, back.
Very true. Do you think? And this is kind of stretching it. Do you think there might be a Tony Stark appearance? Or at least a Howard Stark appearance?
I would say more of a Howard Stark. Probably I don't see why they would bring in Tony, because he's not in talks with anyone at S.H.I.E.L.D. or anyone for that matter. But I could see a Stark, maybe he's with his father and he becomes friends with Carol. Because in the comics, Tony and Carol are very close friends. And Tony is the one that got Carol, helped her through her alcoholism, being an alcoholic.
Oh, so that's the kind of hero they're going to go for in the movie. They're going to...
So, yeah, Carol was a heavy alcoholic back when she was Miss Marvel. And she became friends with Tony. And, of course, we all know Tony was once an alcoholic as well, especially in the comics. And they became friends, and they kind of helped each other. So that's why in Civil War II, when they went versus each other, it was kind of a big deal because those two were basically best friends before that. So I would be surprised if they don't bring in Tony Stark at some point. Maybe was a washed up Air Force pilot or whatever, and Starks somehow come into the picture. Maybe Tony helps her get her shit together. I wouldn't mind that. Because, I would like to see that relationship of Tony and Carol. That friendship there. I would like to see that.
I remember that. I have a Captain Marvel comic, and Tony was in it, briefly.
Yeah.
They have, a little bit of a fling. So, that's interesting. I'm glad she's not going to be a goody two-shoes character. It's good when, heroes even have problems.
Yeah. Who else? She also has a romantic relationship with War Machine in the comics.
Ooh.
Her and Rhodey are a couple, or were a couple. I think he spoiler alert, I think War Machine dies in Civil War II. Yeah, I think he dies in Civil War II. So, but yeah, they were a couple. So yeah, I'm like, oh, Rhodey, give Rhodey Carol. I shipped that. They were sweet on each other. It was adorable.
Those military relationships.
Yeah. In the MCU, I want them not to make Carol very radical.
What do you mean?
Because, I love Carol Danvers. All in all, the good, the bad, the ugly. But in Civil War II especially, she's one of those characters that has a tendency to jump the gun before thinking. Mm-hmm. And that was part of her issue in Civil War II, and that's part of the reason why people don't like her in the comics, especially in Civil War II, because she jumps the gun. She reacts she takes, okay, so in Civil War 2, I don't know if you've read the story about that or not.
I haven't.
This Inhuman, this guy develops, and becomes an Inhuman, develops powers of seeing the future. Seeing these events before they happen. He's been right a few times towards the beginning, but his visions are not 100% that doesn't mean they're going to happen.
Yeah.
So his visions are kind of faulty. But Captain Marvel takes them for 100%. They're going to happen. We have to stop it. Whatever it takes. If that means incriminating people that haven't done anything yet, we're going to do it. So she becomes a little radical. Causes problems, obviously. But, so I mean, I kind of hope they don't bring that much of that into the movies. But it'd be nice to see a little bit of that. But, don't make the public hate her in the films. I don't think they will, but
oh no, yeah, Disney will make their characters liked. Disney/Marvel.
Because people want her comic to end, and I'm like, she ain't going anywhere. People, get over it.
Wait, why do they want her comic to end? Well, besides
because people, from what I've read on the internet, some people take Captain Marvel as the queen of the SJWs for Marvel, and they want her, since they're getting rid of a bunch of the old titles that were with the past management, they were hoping to get rid of her. And I'm thinking to myself, really, guys? They're not going to get rid of her. Her movie's coming out in like a year. No, she ain't going. And she's a big part of the Avengers and a big part of the Marvel universe in general. They ain't going to get rid of her.
Yeah, I don't see why anyone would say that when there's a movie coming out soon.
I mean, give her new writers, sure. If you really hate the writers that are doing it right now, I have no problem with it. The only issue I was like, Carol, you need to take a chill pill was in Civil War 2. But aside from that, it was fine. She kind of got mentally fucked with her when she had to take out her best friend, but
You should have wrote Civil War and just wrote that line. Just have Tony be like, you need to take a chill pill, Carol. Okay.
I'd be like, girl, you need to chill for like 2 seconds, okay?
It's like, Tony, why are you talking like a black girl?
Don't tell me how I live my life. Mm-hmm.
My name's Tony Stark. Okay.
Snap. But, yeah. So, I mean, there's all that mumbo jumbo and drama and kaflama of Marvel Comics. I'm hoping Marvel goes back to the top on their throne once again. Because, I mean, they're there already. Most money. But I want them to be there and people like, yes, Marvel.
Yes.
Because right now, not a lot of people are like, yes. A lot of people are just like bitching and moaning. Come for me.
Oh, speaking of canceling comics, you heard they canceled the Inhumans.
They canceled what?
Inhumans.
The comic? Really?
Yeah, it was on the news earlier. Let me pull it up. I assumed you knew.
No, I did not know. That's news to me. Marvel Comics reveals death of the Inhumans. What are they doing? What? So in July, they're killing off the Inhumans. I'm not okay with that. I don't know how I feel about that. Alright, so Comic Book Reports, the Death of the Inhumans series, written by, this is on IGN, I don't know if that's reliable, from the writer who wrote Thanos and Doctor Strange, and art from the guy who did Venom. I don't care about who did the main cover. I mean, it's good art. It's pretty good artwork, though. The series will debut in July. However, other than an image of the cover, not much is known about the Death of the Inhumans. It's currently known. The most recent Inhumans comic, Inhumans Judgment Day, wrapped up in late 2017, bringing the storylines of Black Bolt and the Royals series to a close. No word yet if Death of the Inhumans will pick up where Judgment Day left off. The Marvel's Netflix series was released last year to poor reviews. An hour review of the premiere. We called the episode the series bad from top to bottom. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, I don't... So now they're going to completely get rid of them? Well, I wonder if they're going to get rid of the Inhumans race in general and just keep the main characters, or if they're going to get rid of everybody. Because they kind of did that with the mutants for a while, too, where they killed off a whole chunk of the mutants population, but they kept all the main guys.
Well, don't they always have this string of, hey, we're going to kill everybody off?
Yeah, because when the Inhumans TV show came out around that time, they had the Death of X, which was the Terrigen Mist that was released around the Earth by the Inhumans, apparently had a reaction with mutants and started killing off a good chunk of the mutant population. But mostly everybody but the main X-Men. So I feel like they're going to do the same thing now because I don't know why. I hope they don't get rid of the royal family, because the royal family is pretty cool. But if they get rid of the rest of the Inhumans, I don't care. Just keep the royal family. Those are cool. I'll probably end up getting this comic when it gets released too, since I know about it. I'll probably end up getting it when it comes out and read.
Now I have the urge to buy more comics.
Oh yeah. And just buy all the comics.
Where do you go to get your comics?
Heroes.
That's pretty much it.
Heroes, yeah, pretty much. Like
oh, go ahead.
I have a subscription box with them, so I have a list of like the comics I want. So every week, the comics that come out, they stick it in a box waiting for me. So
sounds like a drug deal, but with comics.
Yeah, and it's free. I was like, here's my number, can I have my box? And they're like, cool. They hand me my comics, and I go to the front and pay for them. But to hold them, it's free. So
you just open it, and there's a bomb, and it explodes.
I'd be okay with that. Last thing I see is a comic book. Sure, why not?
but there's no comic books. It's just a bomb.
Oh, that'd be unfortunate.
Just the way you said it. That sounds unfortunate.
Well, I would look at the bomb and go, well, I always said I wanted an explosive death. So, I mean, woo! And then explode.
Yeah, Heroes, there's Alien Worlds, which there's one by our house. And it's meh. It's not that great.
Which one is it? Is it the smaller one or the one on 410?
The one that's inside of Draft House.
There's one inside of Draft House?
Like, okay, you know where Draft House is, right? Alamo Draft House?
Where? Which one?
The one off on Marbach.
The one off on Marbach. You're talking about the local comic book store inside of it?
Yes.
That's not a Heroes, is it?
No, that's Alien Worlds. I just said Alien Worlds, man.
Oh, sorry. I mean, that's alright. They're alright.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever bought anything from there. There's actually not too many comic book stores in San Antonio. I think there's Purple Cactus.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of them.
Let me look it up. Alien Worlds, House of Cards and Collectibles, Dragon's Lair.
Yeah.
Bazinga
that
Comics.
That Dragon's Lair is near my house.
Cool. Collector's Authority. Alamo City Comics, Gravity Damage Collectibles, Marooned Comics, Zero City Comics and Sci-Fi, Dragon's Lair and Fantasy at Alamo. Wait, there's a... Oh, never mind. The Stash Pot, Nine Lives Books. Oh yeah, at Nine Lives.
Yeah, Nine Lives.
Yeah, they do have comics. Bookseller, Retros, Planet K, Texas. Half Price Books, they have comics.
Yeah.
So I personally haven't bought anything from there, but they have comics. So yeah, there you go.
You know what? You know why I keep hearing it from these smaller little shops I go to? They talk so much mad shit about Heroes. It's not even funny.
What do they say?
Like, they say the Heroes overcharges for the comics. Which, okay, yes, they do. But if you wait. So for example, say you have X-Men issue 4 come out, say, today on Wednesday, since every Wednesday they release new comics. So let's say, for this week, say you got X-Men 4, issue 4. Next week, it goes on back issue, and they do raise the prices for the comics. But if you have a subscription box, they don't charge you extra, even if, like, of course, if you don't have a subscription box, and you go in there and you buy this week's comics, they're at the actual cover price. They don't increase them. But if you talk to anyone else outside in the little smaller shops, they make it seem like they charge you extra, when in reality, if you're going to Heroes, you're going to have this subscription box. You're going to go there every week and buy them at the normal price they're supposed to be. So I'm just looking at them like, sure. I'm not like, really? Because I'm like, and I don't know if it's because the smaller shops are not doing, or some of them are not doing as hot compared to Heroes, and Heroes is probably the largest in the town. But it's like, chill. They don't, as long as you go there every week, or if you have a box, they're not going to charge you extra. Even if you have a box and you go in once a month, they're not going to charge you extra for the ones that you have in your box. So as long as you have a box, you're fine. And if you're going to go to Heroes buy comics, you're going to have one anyway. So they don't charge you extra.
So how much do you pay for your box?
For the box itself, it's free. The subscription is free. You just pay for the comics.
Well, how much do you usually pay?
That depends on the week. There's some weeks where I pay upwards to $40 was probably the most expensive, and that was like 2 weeks ago. Because that was a heavy week for like everything to come out. But majority of the time it ranges from 15 to 30, depending. Sometimes it's over that, depending if it's a heavy week of all the releases at one time. But because I have a lot of titles on my list, I have a good chunk of titles. So it just depends on the week. Like today, I only paid like $15. So
who do you talk to get this box?
When you go into Heroes, the one on 10 and Callahan.
Yeah, I know where it is, but like, who do you talk to? Like, how do you get?
You go to the back and you talk to the people at the comics section in the very back at the table. There should be guys sitting there or people sitting there. You just talk to them about opening up a box, or that's what they call a box. It's really just a sleeve that has your name in it and your titles in it. But if you go in there and you're like, hey, I like to open up a box or whatever, and they'll tell you, sure, it's free. Just and they'll ask you what titles you want in it. So just have a list of what you want every month, and when they get the comics from the publishers, before they put them out on the wall, they'll put the comic into your little box first. So you get them before they put them on the floor.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So
it's worth it.
All you gotta do is just tell them, hey, I like, for example, I like Punisher, I like Wolverine, I like Batman, I like Nightwing, I like X-Men, and, I also like Hellboy. Okay, well, we'll let you know when those are out.
Yeah, but for some of them, like, for example, the X-Men have several titles out right now. X-Men Gold, Red, Blue, and, like, there's a few others. So you gotta be a lot more detailed on what you want. So I would probably go, like, for example, go on the publisher's websites and figure out what series you want to start with, and to actually have the list of the actual names down. So, and then just give them the list or tell them the list. So the better you're prepared to tell them, the less likely they're going to be like, okay, but like which one though? Because some of them have several titles under the name of whatever. So the more detailed you are, the better.
Okay, is there a limit to how many titles you can have?
No, there is not a limit. I know people every single DC and every single Marvel that gets released is on their list. So they have a shit ton. Because there's some people that just take everything that comes out. So there's no limit to the... Yeah, it gets expensive. Because Marvel Comics costs around $4 or $5 for very important issues. If it's DC, they range from $2.99 to $3.99, depending on the series. If you go some of the other ones, it's around $2 to $4. So yeah, if you have a ton of them, yeah, it builds up after a little bit.
I don't know, I might just stop by after school and check that out.
I would. I like it.
Shit.
And if you can't pay for your stuff every week, they'll hold it for you until at least a month, and then they'll call you after like a month and be like, "Hey, when are you gonna pick up your stuff?" So you can go there say once a month, and they'll hold your stuff for you until you can go pay it. Or even if it's over a month, as long as when they call you, as long as you tell them, "Hey, I'll be there in like next week or whatever," they'll hold it for you. They're not going to get rid of it all for you unless you tell them to. But otherwise, they'll keep your stuff for at least a month before they call you.
I probably won't ask for too much stuff. That's probably.
If you want to start on comics, start out small, and then work your way up, like I did.
Well, it's like I've been saying for ages. I have like boxes of comics that either A, I still haven't finished, B, I have finished, or C, I haven't even started on.
True. I have that too. I'm behind on some of the stuff because I've been so preoccupied with work and video stuff. I haven't had time to sit down and catch up on some of the series I have to, so I know where you're coming from.
Like with me, same thing, work, school, and then, this podcast and my YouTube channel. So, it's hectic to just sit down and just relax. Just read a comic book or play a video game.
Exactly.
I'm lucky I'm able to, make time to, do this show or do my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So, I'm lucky I'm able to find time, and I'm lucky that you're able to find time to be on the show. Hello?
I'm here.
Okay.
I had no idea what you just said because you cut out for a second there.
No, I was saying that I'm lucky that I'm able to have you order. That sounds kind of gay. I'm so lucky to have you, Devan. I was just saying, I'm lucky, I'm able to find time, to do, for example, the show. And I'm also lucky when, I'm able to find a guest, especially you, because you said you're a busy man.
I mean, I am, but I'm not. It just depends on what day. Yeah. But I usually find time as of this is what, my fifth time, something like that. Lost track of time of how many times I've been on here now. I'm a regular at this point.
Like we said last week, we need to get more guests on the show. Just obviously get someone else. Bring Thomas on the show. Bring Dorian. Bring Dino. That would be interesting.
Ooh, that would be interesting. That'd be a day.
I think we would run up all 3 hours that I'm allowed to on my plan.
Yeah, we probably run through all of that.
Oh man, we need to just find a date and just sit down and make it happen.
Sit down. We all meet up in the same room and just record the whole thing.
We can even meet up at Starbucks or just meet up at one of y'all's house and just make a show.
Oh yeah, I'm down.
All right, the last time I tried to do that, you do a more than one person on my show. It was a mess.
Oh, I've been there. I had a podcast where it was 6 people in total. I didn't use it because half the time, by the end of it, we were having drama for friends at the time, and drama kind of seeped into the group, and you could just tell. And I was like, "Oh no!"
Well, no, here's what kept happening on our show. It was my friend Peter's party, and Peter's birthday. And he came. Our friend Jesus, he decided to hold it at his house. His house is fucking huge.
Yeah,
he lives in a really nice house. And we went to the dining room, and it was my friend Peter and Derek and Jesus, and then myself, of course. And what kind of made the show a mess was the fact that people kept coming in and out.
Oh.
And my friend Peter, who I've been wanting to have on the show for a while, he kept saying, "Okay, we're done talking. Okay, we're done talking." I'm like, "No, fucker, we're not done talking." And, you know, I mean, to his credit, it was his birthday, so he just wanted to just go have fun. So, so people kept coming in and out, and I remember listening back to it. I'm like, "Oh, that was bad." And
I mean,
what?
shit like that happens. You just make sure you just get people, a good group of people that want to be on it.
Oh, speaking of which, speaking of my friend Derek, he has a podcast. It is called...
Oh, he does?
Yes, I think it's something that might be right up your alley. It's called Arc Attack, starring two nerds. They will be giving you a daily dose of comic book movie goodness.
Ooh.
Their first episode, they reviewed the first Iron Man.
Ooh.
Podcast postings to be determined. I'm not sure which format they're using. I don't think they're using Spreaker like I'm using. But, yeah, definitely check that out. If you guys are listening, if you're into hearing comic book movie reviews.
Send me a link to that, because I will check that out.
Oh, yeah, when I'm able to get my hands on a link, I will definitely send you that.
Yes, please do.
Yeah, so be on the lookout for Arc Attack starring two nerds. Anything else you wanted to go over? I think we went over everything tonight.
Yeah, as of right now, yeah. I don't have anything else.
Nothing at all.
No.
Alright. Oh yeah, your YouTube channel. ISIS?
Ice, yeah.
You got any new shit coming out?
I posted part 1 of my Avengers, of my personal Avengers for my birthday. I was going to do the whole thing of all 5 Avengers, but then I made the background stories very long, and I'm like, you know what? That's gonna be a very long video. I'm not gonna do that. So I broke it out into 2 parts. So the first video that came out today, it's already posted. I talked about Hellcat and Medusa, and then in 2 weeks, because next week I'm gonna go over No Avengers, No Surrender. Through all the issues, pretty much up to date, up till this Wednesday, till today, up till today's issues, for the first 12 issues of No Surrender. So me and my other person that's helping me with this YouTube channel, or I'm helping him because he started it, but I joined in. Anyway, I'm having him on there. He's going to be reading the Avengers, as well as me, and we're going to talk about and kind of give our reviews and thoughts and stuff, and what's the story like, and all that kind of crap. Spoilers and stuff.
So,
Craziness. Like the Hulk comes back to life, and it's weird. It's intense.
sounds.
If you didn't know, Bruce Banner was dead.
Huh. You should definitely send me a link on Discord right after you get off, because
Oh yes, I'll send you a link right now.
I wanna peep that. Yeah, just when are you available next?
Well, I'm gonna get my schedule tomorrow for next week, because next week I'm only working. I think I have a shorter schedule, so I'm only working like 3 days next week. So I'll have most of the week off essentially. So,
cool.
So I'm sure we could pick one of those days and we could do another podcast.
My schedule comes out Friday, so I'll let you know what goes
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Usually we always do these things like on Thursday.
I think I'm off Thursday.
Yeah, usually I'm off work Thursday. I just have... Actually, you know what? I just forgot about this. Next Tuesday and Thursday, my classes that I have on main campus, my teacher's going to be out of the country, so I won't have school those days.
Oh.
So hopefully, I'm off work on Thursday, which, lately I have been. I've pretty much been working a set schedule.
Yeah.
So not to jinx anything, but, if I'm off from everything, well, I'm off from school, but if I'm off from work on Thursday as well, let's try to get something together on Thursday.
Yeah, if I'm off, I think I'm off work next Thursday. If that's the case, I say instead of just doing the podcast over like a distance, we can just actually hang out.
Oh yeah. If that's the case, we need to make that happen. Let's bring in some. Let's bring in.
Like I'm down to actually like hang out and shit.
Let's bring it. Let's bring in the boys.
It's been a while.
Oh, it's been a while. I need human interaction. Oh man. So yeah, I guess we are done for the night.
Yes.
Another late night show in the books. Mr. Devan.
Yes.
As always, it was a pleasure.
Oh, no problem at all. It was great. It's always great to be on here.
Oh yes, it's always lovely hearing your voice.
Stop.
Stop! You're gonna make me blush.
I'm already blushing. Stop it.
You're making me mess up my mascara. Stop.
It's getting in my beard. Shit. Stop.
Anyway, oh yeah, and again, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. It's only my birthday for like 20 more minutes. Yeah. I'm gonna rock it.
You're gonna rock
the last 20 as I dab.
Like a hurricane.
As I dab right now. Oh. You can't see it, but I'm literally dabbing.
I'm glad I don't see it because I'll probably punch you in the face. Anywho, hopefully God willing, or being that I don't think exists willing, will let us do a actual live interactive show next Thursday.
I know, that'd be great.
All right, man. Take care, and hopefully we will see each other next Thursday.
Yes.
All right, man. Peace.
Deuces.